Всем здравствуйте, дорогие друзья, я вас приветствую на канале Андрей FM Channel, и сегодня мы возвращаемся во вселенную Mass Effect, в игру Mass Effect Andromeda. Это у нас уже 4-я серия. Вот, и давайте продолжим прохождение, продолжим выполнение заданий. Что ж, мы возвращаемся. Сейчас нам необходимо по заданию журналу поговорить с диверсантом. Вот. Значит, в прошлый раз я перед выходом забыл сохраниться. Вот, поэтому сейчас нам необходимо еще раз повторить этот диалог. И, в принципе, давайте пропускаем все это дело. Так, пропустить. Кому интересен этот диалог, можно посмотреть его в предыдущей серии. Так, давайте поговорим еще с ним. Откуда информация?
We just got here. How did you know that already?
Word gets around.
Does it now?
People talk to me? Anyway, as soon as we establish outposts, everything will leave
Все наладится,
I'm
я
sure of it.
уверен.
What about your family?
I'm an orphan. My parents died on the Mindoir colony when it was attacked years ago. No siblings.
Так,
I left some friends and distant relatives behind, but I have friends here too. I love piloting, but I like the idea of going back to my roots and farming like my parents did. Someday.
Why did you join the initiative?
The most popular question on the station. Honestly, I wouldn't have known about this project if Nozomi hadn't reached out to me.
Nozomi?
Captain Dunn. Of all the captains I've piloted for, she's the best. I've always been a wanderer at heart. When she asked me to be her pilot, how could I say no to the adventure of a lifetime?
как тебе здесь?
How do you feel about all this now that we're here?
Hopeful. I know it's a rose-colored outlook, but someone's got to keep the positivity coming, right?
Да, вполне себе.
Have to go now. See you
Давай,
later.
удачи.
Later.
А мы направимся смотреть на записи службы охраны. Так, нам необходимо наверх. И сейчас мы направимся в командный центр. Такс. В принципе, мы в командном центре. Это хорошо. И сейчас нам необходимо пересмотреть, я так понимаю, записи охраны. Что ж, давайте пересмотрим их. Ну, давайте включим.
This file is useless. Let's check another.
Let's check another.
And another scrambled file.
Coincidence seems unlikely.
Let's check another.
Ну, давайте проверим еще один.
This file is also corrupted. Definitely not a coincidence. You'd need pretty high clearance to mess with the security camera files. Somebody working for Kandros, maybe.
That is the most probable scenario.
Think you can get enough out of the files to find a match using biometric scans, Sam?
The files were badly scrambled, but if I combine all the available identifiers, it might work. Based on the limited information available, we are looking for a human male, assigned either to the Nexus or Hyperion. You will need to conduct scans from close proximity.
Got it.
Понятно. Сканировать сотрудников безопасности в центре управления. Нексуса на Гиперионе. Ну, в принципе, их тут не так много. Что ж, давайте. Сканировать.
Negative match.
Так, этот сотрудник ни при чем. Что ж, хорошо, пошли искать следующих.
Biometrics do not match.
Не замечен в диверсии. Хорошо. Давайте тогда поднимемся наверх. Так, нет, стоп. Наверх? Или вниз? Вниз или наверх? Давайте тогда не вниз, точнее не наверх, а вниз. Спустимся. Вот. Нам сюда. И на живую палубу мы отправляемся. Отправляемся на живую палубу. Сейчас, я так понимаю, остался третий, последний сотрудник. И, конечно же, он будет находиться дальше, чем остальные два. Это абсолютно не важно. Что ж, погнали.
Inaccurate match.
Так, не замечен. Хорошо. Если не замечен, значит хорошо. Так, смотрим. Тут есть еще товарищ.
Scan results show a partial positive. Target is most likely suspect.
Who is he?
Dale Atkins reports to Kandros' department, assigned to station security.
Еще так стал возле панели.
Dale Atkins, right? We need to talk.
Look, not to be rude, but I have work to do.
We know what you've been up to. You're done here.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm just doing my job, that's all.
Proof says you've been up to no good.
Figures. Screw this. Screw all you hypocrites on this station. You weren't here when they kicked out our loved ones. Mutiny? We just wanted answers. My sister is out there. I don't even know if she's alive or...
Whatever happened back then, hurting people now makes no sense.
What do you know? I don't care what you think. The mutiny leaders were right to demand to know what was going on.
You could have hurt people, killed them.
Like those who got killed when the leadership had the Krogan stomp on my friends? I'm done talking. I confess, it was me. Do whatever you want.
Not my call. The Nexus leaders will make that decision.
That lot make a decision. That'll be the day.
Так, мы перспективность получаем. Получаем опыт. Так, давайте журнал. Посмотрим, что у нас, какие у нас есть еще задачи. Nexus. Смотреть место убийства. Давайте осмотрим. Так. В принципе, понятно. О, Сэм.
Hello, Sarah. Welcome back to Sam Node. I've adjusted my connection to your implant. The headache you experienced before shouldn't reoccur.
Yeah, what was that about? You said we need to discuss something confidential?
You should know certain facts before you leave on your expedition. It seemed best we speak alone.
I don't understand the need for secrecy.
Your father felt it was for the best.
What was he trying to hide?
My true capabilities. Alec overrode the implant's safety protocols. It allows me unrestricted access to the Pathfinder's physiology.
No.
That's me now.
And only you. I can act as a force multiplier, dramatically enhancing your motor
Теперь понятно, что он
skills when
такой
required.
убер-солдат был.
Alec called them profiles. They provide unique tactical augmentation during combat. Your father preferred to keep this fact to himself.
I can understand. People might get the wrong idea. Super soldiers. A computer having control over a human.
Providing an enhancement to the human. It is a symbiotic relationship that benefits both.
What do you get out of it?
Though I'm artificial in design, I am fully sentient, far beyond what even the Initiative understands.
I don't follow. You're an AI, so what's different?
I am a new form of AI, drawing directly from the human experience. Your implant is my window into the world.
Тебе будет больно?
How do human experiences affect a computer?
This was a question your father often pondered. I am intended to be the answer.
Sounds like we both are. What does this mean for us?
I find myself in an unusual position. Though I had access to your father's experiences, there is a gap in my understanding.
How so?
He placed a block on portions of my memory array.
Why?
Perhaps so when you asked me what his plan was, I wouldn't know.
And Dad strikes again.
But not without recourse. The further you explore as a Pathfinder, the more blocks will be removed. Perhaps you should begin in your father's quarters. In the meantime, unless you have more questions, your new ship awaits.
Thanks.
Так, понятно. Так, что? На поле боя солдаты. Угу. Никто не умеет так, как они разбираться с врагами. Действие до совершенства владения оружием и брони. Стойкости к урону, объем магазина. Так, адепт. Я пока что могу выбрать только профиль солдата. Так, профиль адепта, там стража. Я не могу выбрать пока что. Что ж, давайте сохранимся сразу. Перезапишем игру. Так, и отправиться на свой корабль. Но у нас еще есть возможность... так, Nexus. Так, не то. Кстати, навыки. Мы же уровень вроде как апнули, да? У нас 4 очка. И мы можем вложиться в биотику. Давайте ранг 2 мы прокачаем. А 3-й ранг у нас пока что не хватает. Не хватает очков. Пока что мы его трогать не будем. Подтверждаем навыки. Так, предметы, кодекс, журнал. Союзники, отношения. Ну, давайте попробуем таким образом. Посмотрим, куда он нас направит. Модуль. 35 метров. Каюта отца, судя по всему. Первый проход. Пистолет.
Your father's first sidearm, a memento of his early Alliance service.
I bet that saw plenty of action.
Alec's first kill occurred in combat during the First Contact War.
Back when Turians were the enemy. Crazy times.
Your father's first sidearm,
Так, это мы
a
уже
memento
решили.
of his early
Понятно.
Alliance service.
Так,
I bet that saw plenty of action.
Alec's first kill occurred in combat during the First Contact War.
Back when Turians were the enemy. Crazy times.
так, я взял какую-то нормальную. Так, с книги.
Printed books.
Reproductions of Lewis and Clark's journals, detailing their expedition in the 19th century.
Explains Dad's interest. They were Pathfinders too.
Активатор памяти.
Sam? What was that?
An eidetic trigger, related to your father, and the portions of my memory array he locked.
What triggered it?
Alec tied it to your progression as Pathfinder, not to a location. Puzzling as it may be, my programming is clear. Locating more of these triggers will unlock the memories. One of your father's memories is now accessible. Return to Sam node on the Hyperion to investigate further.
The coffee machine Mom got for Dad. He was so busy designing you. Needed the caffeine.
I did not realize I owed my existence to a bean.
And now you know what humility feels like.
Система архивации.
What's on here, Sam?
Your father's personal logs. Several of them are encrypted.
Так, общие записи.
The day is finally here. We're pushing off from Earth. We'll jump through a few relays first, then we hunker down for the long trip across dark space. It's daunting thinking about all the hopes and dreams aboard the Hyperion. I certainly have my own. I wasn't the husband or father I should have been. Here's hoping 600 years can change a man. Sam, this is a reminder about Dr. Liara Tassoni. She's an Asari archaeologist I corresponded with a few years back. She's got experience studying ancient cultures. Make sure the team gets her research. Could be useful in Andromeda.
Liara Tassoni, huh? She studied the Protheans. When my team used to dig up artifacts, we debate her work. She had some pretty controversial theories, as I recall. Never gained much traction.
I have loaded Dr. Tassoni's research onto datapads.
Так, доктор Тассони сообщение
Hello,
один.
Alec. This is Dr. Tassoni. I'm flattered you contacted me. Most scientists dismiss my work, but I'm young and Asari, and they are getting older.
Посмотрим, за кем
So we
останется
will see
последнее
who has the
слово.
final word. In the meantime, I'm happy to pass along my research. I hope your team finds it useful. Hello, Alec. I received your message. I must say the thought of exploring another galaxy has my head spinning. I am honestly not sure how people could survive a trip like that. And anyway, I could not bear to leave the Milky Way behind. There is so much about the Protheans I still hope to learn here. So much potential wisdom to tap. I wish you much good luck and future success.
Угу. Понятно. Последняя запись.
Dunn's agreed to a scouting mission on Habitat 7. I'm gearing up now. I'm worried about Scott. Dr. Tapero says he'll be fine, but he's my son. How can I not worry? I hate to leave him like this.
Так, надо еще к братцу заглянуть.
It's these moments when you wish you told your children you love them more often. Or ever. Which brings me to the tough part. Kids, if anything happens to me, there are things you're gonna find out. I hope you'll understand.
Так, в принципе, понятно. Давайте.
That log is not currently accessible.
Мне можно
Unlocking
открыть,
my
сняв
memory
блок
array
с моей
may
памяти.
enable it. That log is not currently accessible. Unlocking my memory array may enable it. That log is not currently accessible. Unlocking my memory array may enable it.
Так, я так понял, мы открыли общие записи.
That log is not currently accessible. Unlocking my
Вот.
memory array
Что ж,
may
давайте
enable
тогда
it.
выходим. Так, с кофемашиной, я так понимаю.
The coffee machine Mom got for Dad. He was so busy designing you. Needed the caffeine.
I did not realize I owed my existence to a being.
And now you know what humility feels like.
Так, и давайте посмотрим,
Ryder,
что там с
the blocks your
терминалом.
father placed on my array are opening. I can now recall specific memories, which Alec wanted you to see.
Wait, I can actually see his memories?
Yes, you will experience them via your implant.
Okay, something new every day. Let's see it.
This memory is from the time when your father was posted on the Citadel.
Alec, your recommendations will never fly. Artificial intelligence?
It's our best option.
If the Council gets wind of this, it'll set humanity standing back decades. You're overreaching.
Ambassador Goyle, I'm the military attaché on the Citadel. My mandate is clear. Find an edge for Earth.
And AI is your answer?
We need to catch up. The Asari, the Solarians, they're centuries ahead of us.
But it's illegal.
Their rules, not ours. Why deny Earth an advantage?
Define this advantage.
It will set us free. We're prisoners of our own five senses. There's a reality greater than ours that we can't perceive, but an AI can.
How?
By augmenting our own abilities and adding a few new ones.
Well, none of that stopped those Geth from revolting.
Because they were separate from their creators. But AIs and humans interface directly, experiencing the world together, benefits both. There's no creator to revolt against.
I'm sorry, Alec. We can't take the risk. I appreciate your work, but your request will be denied.
Понятно. Он пытался протащить.
Alec,
Ellen, what did the doctor say?
he told me to appreciate the time I have left. There's no cure, Alec. It's terminal.
Not on my watch.
Видимо, все-таки смертельно.
Wow, hearing Mom again. I never knew that's how Dad found out.
Alec was a stubborn man.
I would hope so. Mom's life was worth fighting for.
It would seem his obstinance extended to me as well.
Nobody wanted to listen. The idea of you scared people too much. After this, Dad moved us back to Earth to care for Mom. Wonder why he wanted me to see this.
Perhaps it was the beginning.
Of what?
Unknown. Private audio logs are now available in your father's quarters. I detect additional memories, but they are currently locked. They may yet hold answers.
Okay, I'll keep working on it. What are your capabilities?
Each arc houses a SAM, Simulated Adaptive Matrix. Each is an artificial intelligence designed by Alec Ryder to support Pathfinders and their teams.
But AI is illegal in the Milky Way. How did my dad get around that?
Exceptions were made. The initiative deemed his research vital to the mission. Our design was conducted in secret.
So there are other SAMs out there?
Correct. However, your father continued to modify my own routines until the Hyperion's departure. I am the most advanced SAM in the initiative.
I take it you're based here in Samnode?
Correct. This is where my core processing unit resides. However, using quantum entanglement communication, I remain in constant touch with you and the Pathfinder mission team, even over great distances.
What more can you tell me about my implant?
The implant itself provides me with direct access to your senses. I can see, hear, and experience the same stimuli you do while in the field. This raw data enables me to provide real-time feedback and analysis of the situation.
Then Dad added the secret sauce.
He removed the restrictions on my access to Pathfinder physiology.
Uh-huh. Just promise you won't fry my brain or anything?
Trust is an important concept in any relationship. Alec taught me that. I will not fry your brain. It would end badly for both of us.
Me more than you.
Что там с
Do you know
братцем?
anything more about Scott's condition?
I monitor Dr. Carlisle's reports. He is providing Scott with the very best care possible. I'm afraid there is nothing more to be done at this time.
What did he mean by a symbiotic relationship?
Symbiosis is a mutually beneficial relationship between two life forms. A flower provides nectar to a bee, who in turn provides pollen for the flower. The bee gains nourishment, and the flower can propagate. In similar fashion, my own evolution was shaped by your father's experiences, and will now expand with yours. In return, I provide you with capabilities and analysis beyond normal human faculties. We each benefit.
Ну, с тобой типа
That's
все
all for now.
понятно. Сейчас
Of course.
только еще глянем записи в памяти. Возможно, там появилась дополнительная какая-то запись. Система
Your
архивации.
father's personal logs.
Amazing how life can change in an instant. Suddenly my career doesn't matter. This incredible woman I've been married to all these years. She's facing the end. All I think about are the times I wasn't there for her. Well, that's going to change. It occurs to me that Sam might be more than I ever imagined.
Ну, типа, понятно. Окей. В принципе, запись мы посмотрели. Хорошо. Давайте теперь журнал. Тайны семьи — это волшебно. Ковчеги тоже волшебно. Пока что мы это делать не будем. Nexus. Первый убийца. Место убийства мы пока что смотреть тоже не можем. Союзники и отношения. Так, мы это опять-таки не можем. Дополнительные задачи. Это все надо колонизировать. В принципе, основное мы все сделали. Давайте отправимся на свой корабль. Вот. И уже будем выходить куда-то либо на колонизацию, либо... В общем, будем знакомиться с внешним миром. Значит, как-то так. Сейчас мы быстренько доберемся до нашего корабля. Так, криоотсек. Что ж, давайте отправляемся в криоотсек. Хотя криоотсек, я так понимаю, мы сейчас к братцу идем. Сейчас мы заглянем к братцу, судя по всему. Там еще какие-то здания есть, я смотрю. Что ж, хорошо. Так.
I'll make it right, Dash. I promise. Pathfinder, I'm Nigel McCoy. Just got out of cryo.
Welcome to Andromeda, Nigel.
Thank you. It's bittersweet, though. My little brother Dash was stationed on the Nexus. I just learned he died on Eos, trying to start a settlement.
Он герой, конечно
His
же.
sacrifice won't be forgotten.
Agreed. Everything I do will be for him. I have a pendant our father wore. Dash had its match. Will you reunite them?
Of course.
In his digital journal, he mentioned a spot on Eos where he'd go to think.
Так, я так понимаю, мне надо посетить планету Эос, потому что что-то до хрена, короче, здание у меня на Эосе.
Fisher, glad to see you're doing better.
That was some expedition, hey? Captain said I'm going in the log as the first human to make contact with the kid. And Kirkland's the first casualty. Wish it could have gone differently.
Это Кета виноваты, все еще наладится. Ладно.
Wasn't your fault. It's obvious the Ket aren't friendly. Nothing we did could have changed that.
I suppose you're right. It's just not what you dream about. Meet a new species and 3 seconds later they're trying to kill you.
I hear you, but I guess that's life. Not everyone will see things our way. In the meantime, chin up. It'll get better.
Все будет хорошо. Конечно же. Безусловно, все будет хорошо. Давайте с доктором поговорим.
Damn shame about your dad, though. I'm sorry we couldn't save him.
Такс. Как он умер?
I haven't heard how he died.
Like a hero.
Как герой.
That's how.
Остальное не важно.
That's the only part that matters.
Судя по всему,
I've met
в
one
муках...
Pathfinder. Well, 2 with you. But I figure that's the way to go. Taking your last breath on an uncharted world.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Now I just need to make sure your brother here
Ему было
pulls
нечем
through.
дышать. Так.
Are you staying here in the Hyperion?
You know that moment when you realize you're just getting too old? Right, look who I'm talking to. Trust me, it happens. For me, it was Habitat 7. Watching you guys running around, dodging lightning and the cat, it's a young man's game. Pains me to admit it, but it's passed me by.
What will you do on the Hyperion?
We still have thousands of people taking a nap here, and they need tending to. And this way, I can look out for Scott.
How's Scott doing?
His condition's stable. I see signs of REM activity in the
Быстрого
brain,
сна,
so
значит,
he's
мозг
dreaming.
работает нормально.
Means all the wiring still works.
Братишка живой!
It was dumb luck, really. We hit the scourge at the worst possible moment, just as the stasis revival was kicking in. It's a vulnerable moment coming out of a 600-year nap, then wham! Circuits fried and overloaded the neural pathways. Don't worry, I'm on it. We're not losing another rider.
Окей,
How did you
договорились.
end up with the initiative?
Well, you reach a point in life where you
С вас
wonder, is
спрошу.
that all there is? I'd accomplished everything in the Milky Way I could. I was locked into a future of diminishing
Если с
returns.
братишкой что-то случится.
So coming here was the world's biggest midlife crisis. A chance to wake up in the morning and feel hope instead of arthritis.
Так, ну с тобой типа
That's all,
тоже
Harry.
все понятно.
Thanks.
Don't be a
принципе,
stranger. If anything changes with
Я вам
Scott, I'll let
сообщу,
you know.
конечно же. Так, Хейс и Грир. Давайте еще с Гриром поговорим. Не думаю, что мне что-то
Greer, how you feeling?
скажет полезное.
Grateful. If you and Liam hadn't found me in that cave, God knows what those aliens would have done.
Думаю, убили.
We couldn't leave a man behind.
Yeah, your father, and Kirkland.
I know. It's rough. Being on the Pathfinder team is turning out to be a dangerous business.
More than I ever thought. I'm sorry I'm not out there with you, but Kirkland was a friend, and I'm not cut out for this anymore.
Understood. Habitat 7 was a nasty wake-up call. You take care, Greer.
You too. Thanks again.
Ну, давай. Удачи тебе. Хейс. Хейс. С Хейс я чуть не могу болтать. Ну ладно. Больно хотелось. Так, там криокамеры, кстати. Что там? Мой братишка. Криокамеры или нет? А, нет, наверное, нет. Ладно, давайте тогда сваливаем отсюда нафиг. Информационная стена.
Hi there. I'm Gian Garson, founder of the Andromeda
ну это мы уже
Initiative.
болтали,
I'm
типа,
here
иди
to
нафиг.
welcome you to a whole new galaxy. The good news is, the hard part's over. We're here. If you have any questions now, just
Трудности
ask.
уже позади. Да! Конечно. Ну-ка.
Your current location is Ark Hyperion, housing the human population. Ark Barchero, the Solarian vessel, confirmed departure in 2185. The Asari ship, Ark Lucinia, confirmed departure that same year, as did the Turian Ark Natanus, embarking in 2185. The selection process saw the Andromeda Initiative evaluate thousands of potential habitable planets within the galaxy. After discovering an unusually high ratio of potential candidates, or golden worlds, the Helios cluster was selected as our destination. Now you are a part of the first wave of arcs arriving in Andromeda, our new home for humanity.
Так, ладно. Типа, можно было бы еще поболтать, но что-то мне скучно. Хочется уже экшена. Мы уже сидим на этой базе овер дофига времени. И надо как-то... Не знаю. Пора уже, пора уже. Стыковочный отсек и погнали. Погнали нафиг с этой станции.
Ready to see what Tan gave us?
I hear it's something special. Pathfinder en route. How's the ship?
In final checks and looking great.
We won't be long. The way things are going, we'll be on our own out there.
In other words, we're making this up as we go.
We used to call that tactical improvisation. But at least we'll be doing it in style. They call her the Tempest.
Ну, конечно, конечно. Я практически не сомневался. Дэвквест какой-то. Фиганите туда еще N7, плиз, наклеечку, и вообще будет самое то, самый сок.
Let's go take a closer look.
Надо взглянуть поближе. Ну, взгляни, взгляни.
Let's pick it up a bit, people. We're 14 months late.
Опоздам на 14 месяцев.
So you're the one who's making everything happen. Vetra. Vetra Nix. Initiative Wrangler, Provisioner, Gunner, and everything in between. Are we ready? The sooner we get out of here, the better.
You're coming with us?
Согласен.
Yes. Otherwise, there's no way they're letting this ship off the station.
What's the rush?
Just don't want to waste any more time.
Hold it, hold it! You're not going anywhere.
Damn it.
Is something wrong?
Director Addison wants to see a complete report of the Tempest's supplies, munitions, and crew.
Director Tan overruled Addison.
The ship's loaded out with equipment for outpost discovery, squarely under Director Addison's purview.
Seen you around. Ben, right? Came here with a family, didn't you? Son still in cryo? I could pull some strings, get him to the front of the line.
Really?
Yeah, really.
They told me he wasn't essential, but I miss him.
I know. I got family too, Ben.
It's done. Addison's gonna kill me.
Nicely done.
Part of the job, Pathfinder. All things considered, it was an easy ask. And right now, you need people tearing down obstacles, not putting up more.
Ну, погнали уже. Сколько же можно?
Finally, someone who cares about doing stuff and not just talking about it.
Разговоры, разговоры, разговоры. Так, пошла загрузочка. И сейчас мы уже на кораблике полетим в далекие-далекие края.
Everything's state-of-the-art. Labs, sensors, exploration gear. Lesser crew, of course. The best in their field.
Good to see you're looking so well, Sarah.
The engine core is based on the Ark's Odyssey drive.
It runs a hell of a lot quieter.
That's Gil Brody. Engineer, mechanic, all-around wrench jockey. We call this the research room. There's space for upgrading equipment, gathering intel.
Router engaged. Securing connection to Tempest.
Welcome aboard, Sam. And Ryder, of course.
All run by Suvi Anwar, our science officer. Your quarters are below. Plenty of space up here to get everyone together. It's all yours. She's light, stealthy, and the fastest ship in her class.
Ну, понятно, понятно. Здание будет...
Every plan the initiative made is out the window. Now it's on us to find the way.
We all came here ready for a challenge. When you're ready to fly, head over to the bridge. Our pilot should have everything good to go.
Короче, понятно. Я готов вылетать. Полетели. Так, опыт, научные возможности. Если что, я хотел...
The meeting room. You can make vid calls from the central table or just get the crew together.
На мостике я еще успею явиться.
Some serious kill over
Я
here.
хотел вот... А, стоп, это торговый терминал. Мне торговый терминал не интересен. Я хочу научный терминал. Вот.
Our tech lab is an engineer's dream. It's perfect for any delicate technical work.
Буря лаборатория, какая-то техническая лаборатория слабенькая совсем. Так, тут у нас что?
That's the biolab. We can grow plants for food and oxygen, keep any specimen safe.
Опять-таки все как-то херово сделано. Зацени игрушку. Не хочу я никакую игрушку ценить. Иди нафиг. Я на мостик.
Departure trajectory locked, Nexus Control. Ah, time for introductions. You must be Ryder, Galojath. A pleasure to be here, and to meet you, of course. I'll be piloting the Tempest at your word. Quite the ship, but it'll take a Pathfinder's guidance to see us through Helios.
Я не допущу, чтобы мы попали в беду.
Plenty of dangers out there, but I'll do my best to avoid them.
That's reassuring. Wouldn't want to lose my finest work to that angry cloud. I was test pilot for the Tempest's early prototypes. I admit, I'm itching to see how she performs out here.
So, how do I...
The console syncs with your implant. Just swipe, touch a destination here, and the nav system calculates everything. Very efficient.
It was optimized for a Pathfinder.
Everything's secure, if you're ready.
Is anyone ready for something this big?
Ну, погнали уже.
I guess we have to be.
Сейчас еще речь будет толкать. Хрен знает сколько.
Excuse me. Excuse me.
Command access is transferring successfully.
Science and monitoring stations look fine. Lexi's reporting in.
Helm is green. Gil reports the drive core is online.
This is it, Ryder. The Tempest is yours, unless you've got something to say for the log.
I never planned to be Pathfinder. I don't know what's out there. But we're the Milky Way's best and brightest. We can do this.
Nexus Control, this is the Tempest, ident 2527, prepping to depart.
Готовы к взлету. Ну, полетели. Все, давайте так. До свидули.
Departure vector verified, Tempest. Godspeed, Pathfinder.
Такс. И...
To Eos then. What would have been our Habitat 1.
Two failed outposts put an end to that idea.
Такс.
Maybe we can turn things around. Callow, take us in.
Так. Пифей, Эриксон, Элс. Ну, давай. Давайте сначала на Файдер. Полетим. Исследуем его.
This is about as far as the Nexus surveyors could get before, well...
Let's see what's waiting here.
Что нас здесь ждет? Давайте посмотрим.
Anomaly on sensors.
Данные с высоты орбиты. Так, чё делать? Высота. Анализ плотные полевые облака. Узор системы. Так, допустим, мы здесь. Давайте посмотрим, что у нас еще здесь есть. Мы летим к следующей планете. Будем их изучать по одной. Так. И активировать сканер, ну допустим. И чё? Мы что-то исследуем, наверное, судя по всему. Так, ладно. Что мы здесь фигню какой-то... Фигню какой-то страдаем. Обнаружена аномалия. Так, давайте... Аномалия. Зонд пошел. Астероид. Крупные запасы ископаемых. Так, тихо. Нам не сюда. Нам на астероид надо. Вот. Астероид. Нормально. Крупные запасы ископаемых. Это и есть гуд. И что у нас здесь? Залежи алюминия. Так. Плюс 113 алюминия. Давайте еще поищем. Есть тут еще алюминий. Давайте смотреть. Или это все. Так. Я так понимаю, это все. А, нет, прогресс 42. А, нет, это файдер. Это по всему файдеру. Так, обзор системы давайте. Что тут есть у нас еще интересного? Такс. У нас есть еще черная дыра. Давайте на черную дыру слетаем. Сейчас нас засосет в черную дыру. И на этом наша игра закончится. Потому что все. Из черную дыру даже свет не можно покинуть. И, соответственно, мы тоже на своем кораблике ее не покинем. И что? Черная дыра. Сейчас скажу, что там куча ресов. Кировская черная дыра. Рекомендуем действовать осторожно. Договорились. Так, ладно. Вернемся к обзору системы. У нас осталось 3 планеты. Так. 3 планеты. Мы нашли алюминий. Алюминия мы нашли немного. Но хоть какие-то ресурсы. По сути дела, мы сейчас по пути на планету Эос. Вот. Как бы у нас все это по дороге делаем. Что ж, давайте смотреть. Есть тут что-то? 71%. Температура поверхности 117 градусов. Так, давайте изучим оставшиеся 2 планеты. Допустим. Ничегошеньки здесь, судя по всему, нету. Вся планета какая-то пустая. Вот. Поэтому нам необходимо исследовать еще последнюю планету в этой системе. И я так полагаю, планета будет изучена на... Точнее, система будет изучена на все 100%. Вот. Какие-то планеты без ресурсов, не знаю. Ничего на них нету. Файдер 100% изучено. Что ж, и давайте тогда... карта скопления. Перейдем на карту скопления, и необходимо нам на Эос. Погнали на Эос. К следующей системе. Я так понимаю, это отображение того, как мы идем на сверхскорость. Цель Эос. Жилище 1.
It was supposed to be an easy first step, until no one else showed and we got clobbered.
Так, обнаружена
Why
аномалия.
has Sam altered frequency detection?
В принципе, это есть хорошо. Аномалию мы сейчас обнаружим. Запустим зонд, астероид. Давайте навесим, точнее получим крупный запас ископаемых. И потом пойдем на Эос. Посмотрим, что нам там предложит делать. Так. Залежи железа. Давайте. Плюс 56 железа. Да. Что-то совсем не густо. ресурсов на самом деле. Ну что же, ладно. Сколько есть, столько есть. Ну и давайте нам... Давайте на планету Эрос погнали. И уже будем смотреть, адаптироваться к тому, что же нас там ждет. Я думаю, нас там ждет довольно-таки большое количество противников. Планета какая-то пустынная, судя по всему. Спасение непригодное для жизни, но вы можете повысить перспективность планеты и, возможно, даже основать аванпост. Окей. И как же мы это сделаем? С другой стороны, наверху что-то есть. Зона высадки. Что ж, давайте высадимся. Значит, Мститель. Давайте моды на него, какие мы можем поставить, выбрать. Плюс 37 объем магазина, ближний урон, просто урон давайте поставим. И вторым еще мы выберем магазин. Магазин добавим. Вот, а на Мстителя мы выберем приклад, плюс 43 стабильности. Есть у нас что-то еще на... нет, кроме приклада у нас вес. У нас добавился сильный вес. Давайте тогда уберем магазин, наверное. Или... Такс. Назад. Давайте. Попробуем таким вот образом. Нет. Вес все равно довольно-таки большой. Что ж, ладно. Давайте попробуем таким образом подействовать. Посмотрим, что из этого получится. Надеюсь, мы готовы. Ну, давайте. Я тоже надеюсь.
Integrating search area from Sam. How he pulled that mystery signal through the storms, I have no idea.
Multi-sensory neural collation. Amazing.
Factory fresh across the board. Spinning up the compensators.
You're already tuning the displays.
We'll get a better read on this pass than the Nexus has had in months.
Светимость звезды довольно-таки высокая.
What?
I said a lot of people have their hopes pinned on us. They gave up on Eos. Can't blame them. Expected a golden world, instead they saw their friends die. Never know how that'll affect. Sorry. You okay?
I've got the training. People. The tools. We can do this.
Pathfinder, the Tempest checks out. We're good.
Ну давай уж.
Take us down. You have no idea how long I've wanted a Pathfinder to say that.
Core is hot.
Shields holding, adjusting entry.
We got this, right?
Ну, допустим, мы справляемся.
Hell.
There. Set us down at this nav point.
Так, хорошо. Нас высаживают.
How's it even start? Reports state this planet suffers deadly storms that are contaminated by radiation from the Scourge. EO's deployment was incomplete due to environmental hazards and ultimately hostile encounters.
Очистить атмосферу от радиации.
If EOS is like Habitat 7, that signal we scan must be connected with the atmosphere. We could use the outpost antenna to track it down. Let's get the power back on. They must have known these wouldn't last in these conditions.
They didn't have a pathfinder.
They do now. We'll make EOS a home. Door's getting emergency power, but it's code-locked.
Site 1 issued individual security codes. Each outpost self-organizes and sets its own protocol.
Just say we can't open it without codes.
We can't open it without codes. This analysis provides us with important research data, Pathfinder. If you continue to scan and collect this data, we can utilize it to develop new technologies and upgrades for equipment, such as your weapons and armor.
Блок данных изучить.
Got a code lock key.
Кодовый ключ есть.
Gives us access if we need it.
Что есть еще? Терминал. Так. Растения разрастаются с огромной скоростью, несмотря на здешний климат, который даже краска с металла слезает. Начинаю подозревать, что здесь не обошлось без какого-то электромагнитного воздействия. Я обнаружил какой-то сигнал не нашего происхождения, но это не по моей части. Может, просто совпадение направления не отметила. Допустим. Допустим. Окей. Погнали. Тогда код откроем. Так. Это у нас энерготурбина. Не соблюдены требования к турбине. Открываем. Заходим. Контейнер. Смотрим. Куча каких-то ненужных вещей. Или нужных.
Main door had power, but not the interior doors?
Full functionality would require an active power relay station.
That means the antenna's out of power too. The logs might tell us what's up with the power relay.
Так, сообщение для ника Таня Пулиса. Ау. Понятно. Окей. Так, что тут у нас есть по сканам? Система анализа. Железо 340. Мы со всего спутника взяли что-то 50 железа. Со всего астероида. Так, запись.
Sandstorms, radiation. What the hell was Addison thinking sending us here? EOS might have looked great back in the Milky Way, but up close, it's a hellscape. Father Gal's on my case to stay positive. Put on a brave face for the rest of the team, but I can't shake the feeling that I'm gonna die out here.
Ну, здесь, судя по всему, ты умрешь.
I got a partial log, but I can't turn on the antenna. Something's blocking the power.
A remote lock is active. The interference originates from a nearby power relay tower.
Понятно.
Let's check out this relay tower.
Башня управления. Допустим.
Look at this place. It's a wasteland.
The radiation in EOS's atmosphere makes it difficult to cultivate life.
Radiation? Our suits protect against that, right?
Site 1 contains shield masts to dampen the brunt of contamination.
But if we went out...
Structure up ahead. Sam?
It fits the profile of a power relay station, Pathfinder.
Right. We get it running, maybe buildings get power.
And we can hunt that signal down.
Так, хорошо.
Huh. Guess that ship wasn't Ket then. They don't knock.
There are people here. You thought everyone left was gone.
Of course you did. Now shove off. Find your own salvage. This spot's taken.
So you're a salvager. Got a name? I'm Ryder.
Clancy. Making an honest living by... Wait, Ryder? As in Pathfinder? The Nexus just can't let EOS go, can it? However much it fails down here.
I'm tracking a signal that will help EOS. I only need power for the antenna.
Look, I cut the power for a reason. The Ket are patrolling today. You turn the power relay back on, they'll know there's a juicy target alive down here.
Is it smarter to hide and hope, or take a chance that might save this whole planet?
I remember when people used to talk like that. Okay, I'll enable the generators out there. You want to poke the tiger, it's on you.
Ну давайте подергаем.
Expect trouble when we start the generators.
Кеты придут, да? Ну ладно, ладно. Давайте включим генераторы. Один
There's an error
генератор
in
мы
the startup
включили.
sequence. Manual input required.
Damn it.
Please scan one of the pylons to determine a hackable input location.
Так.
Generator interface possible. Location marked.
Так. Мне требуется... Что мне требуется? Допустим, мы включим генератор.
Generator is active. Sam, our friend Clancy, was he part of the outpost team here?
No, Pathfinder. According to Nexus records, he's stationed in the hangar bay.
So he's what? Playing hooky?
Or he's a part-time salvager.
Так,
We've got company.
победить кетов. Где эти тела бегут? Давайте, ага. Вот они.
About the cat.
The power relay station is ready for activation, Pathfinder.
Останки. И мне надо просканировать их. Происхождение Андромеда. Нет данных, допустим. Классификация враг. Кто там еще есть? Плазменной штурмовой винтовкой. Стрелять непревзойденной точностью. С непревзойденной точностью. Окей, допустим. Такс. Контейнер. Кремний. Полезно, что, наверное.
took down all those Ket? Sure, use the power relay. Hell, take whatever you like. Word of advice, though. If that signal of yours is out past the perimeter, you'll need a ride.
A ride?
Shuttles aren't fun in these winds. You need wheels. I think they kept a little something in storage.
I'll take another look around the outpost.
Just finding it won't be enough. Hope you're smarter than we were. We're heading to our shuttle. Keep this up. Maybe next time we'll find more than just salvage around here.
Don't suppose you've got anything we can use.
Может быть и будет. Установка Кобра. Мотыга, рапторы, зажигательные патроны. Так, ну, пока что назад. Ничего не буду продавать и покупать. Управление питанием.
Power restored. We should have access to everything in Site 1 now. Right, Sam?
Correct. Plus, I've located the source of the signal we detected in orbit. It's coming from the large alien structure just beyond Site 1. The structure appears almost identical to the one your father used to adjust the atmosphere on the previous planet. It's worth investigation.
Let's not forget what else happened on Habitat 7. This is powerful alien tech. We need to respect it. Go slow.
For sure. We'll follow your lead.
A warning. Radiation levels beyond the perimeter of Site 1 are well above acceptable limits. You cannot proceed without additional protection.
So if that structure could make a difference here, well, that would be really good. Come on, we better find that vehicle Clancy mentioned.
Так, в принципе, понятно.
Now the power is restored, we can investigate the nearby buildings.
Очистить атмосферу, чтобы найти транспорт. Но я думаю, контейнеры должны быть чуть-чуть побольше. Так, чем вот эти вот ящички. Так, флюорит. Давайте соберем. А это что? Кадмий. Допустим. Так, есть тут что-то еще такое полезное? Или псевдополезное? Так, ладно, погнали. Давайте, наверное, проведем сохранение. Давненько мы не сохранялись. Что ж, и, наверное, на этом будем заканчивать серию. В следующей серии мы уже покатаемся, я так понимаю, на вездеходе, своего рода марсианском. И будем дальше двигаться по сюжетной линии. Что ж, всем спасибо за просмотр. Подписываемся на канал, ставим лайки. И всем хорошего дня. Всем удачи, ребят.